and welcome to Meet the Author with me, Claire Russell. Today I'm joined by Paul Mahoney, who is the founder of the Nova Financial Group and the author of the new book, The Property Pension Plan. Paul, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you very much, Claire.
So I know the book has been greatly received with lots of 5-star reviews. Can you tell me a little bit about what motivated you to write the book?
What motivated me to write the book is there's not really any other books out there that take this approach to property. And that approach being looking at it as a financial vehicle and I suppose financially planning your life around building a property portfolio and achieving financial goals. So obviously the title being the Property Pension Plan, it does touch on pensions and some of the limitations of traditional pensions and also some of the more flexible pension options, but it's mostly based around building a property portfolio as an alternative to your pension. Okay. Given the limitations that they offer.
Right. And can you tell me kind of the structure of the book, what's covered in it, how it's kind of set out so people can follow it?
Yeah, of course. So it starts out with outlining what our investment options are, which, in broad terms are, shares and equities, interest-bearing investments, right, and property. Okay. Those are the three broad options. With pensions, you can invest in the first two, and it talks about the benefits and the limitations of each. It then also talks about leverage or borrowings and how that applies to each and whether that's worth doing and if so, how it works. And effectively, once going through that process, it determines that actually leverage property when considering risk and return is quite a good option for getting a good return on your funds without taking too much risk.
And who is the book primarily aimed at?
Predominantly what I call mum and dad investors.
Right.
So that can be quite a broad term. You don't have to be a mum and dad to fit into that category. Yeah. It's more so people who are probably quite busier. They have an employment. They have their own job. They probably have a family. They don't necessarily want a second job,
right,
but they do have resources that they want to better utilise and provide for their financial future. So it's really based around, obviously mentioned in the tagline, financial freedom through buy-to-let investment. And it helps people who want to passively build a portfolio, gives them a framework of things to follow and fundamentals to understand to do that successfully.
So you mentioned it's aimed at kind of the mum and dads. Can you tell me what you would like those type of people to take away from the book? I
suppose be more educated about what their investment options are and how to look at property unemotionally and commercially minded. I found that even when people do invest in property, they look at it very emotionally, as if it's like the property they've lived in their whole lives, and they use emotional criteria, which isn't the best way to approach property when it comes to making money. So to be unemotional, commercially minded, and have a framework or essentially a plan to follow for doing that in the right way.
Lovely. And can you tell me where the book is available? I know it's on Amazon, but where else can we get it?
So it's on Amazon in both hard copy and ebook. Right. It's with all the major retailers. It's also on our website, so it's pretty well everywhere.
Thank you very much for being here today, Paul, and thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.